Daylight, my MVVs, welcome. Yes, so my people, they say report has it that, the Oba, the two Obas that were supposed to be part of the full moon ritual that disappointed the Ooni of Ife and almost scuttled the full moon ritual. One of them passed on, if the information is correct, and they said that he was struck by the gods because soon as he passed on, he became black, not dark, black, like immediately, okay? And they say rituals have been performed and a whole lot, and he wasn't buried inside Ile-Ife, he was buried far away. They say the son has arrived from Dubai, that he is a Dubai businessman. And when he came to Ile-Ife, they say the wahala in Ile-Ife is not a small thing. That his boys almost lynched Igbi. Like that it brought wahala to the royal palace that Igbi bribe the father to his grave. So while Ooni of Ife is trying to get investigators to give him hard evidence of what transpired, not just with this case, but with other cases, evidence that he will present to the traditional court for them to approve the immunity to be removed from some of the Loris, people like Igbi and the rest. This man has come up with this allegation, and the man was very upset. And they said the way the man, in fact, rough-handled and treated Igbi, that Igbi was running, shoe fall. When Igbi saw that they were running, as in coming for him, that she was supposed to attend an event, okay, a small coronation right there in Ile-Ife. She was going as a representative to the palace, okay? And when she got there, they packed her car. She came out with some of her bodyguards and all of that. These people saw them and they were just coming for them. Igbi, the bodyguard, they saw that these people were after Igbi. That was how Igbi started running. They were running with Igbi, gada, 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 gada. Igbi shoe, in fact, one shoe caught, handbag failed. She ran into her car. It was the bodyguards that blocked these people. If not, they probably would have beaten her up. They did not even mind that this is wife to the Oba. If what we are hearing is correct, though, they say that was what happened because this man is very upset that they had, bribed the father to his grave. Welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Delaram. I bring you fresh and spicy gist from the sources still on the royals. How are you guys doing? I appreciate you so much. I love you. I share my people. If you're yet to subscribe, kindly go ahead and hit that subscribe button, and do not forget to turn on the notification bell, and do not forget to give this video a thumbs up. I appreciate each and every one of you so much. They say the palace grounds have never seen such confusion and tension since the last full moon ritual scandal that rocked the very pillars of the Ooni of Ife sacred household. Remember how the Ooni of Ife had summoned certain powerful men from across Yoruba land, including Oba Sabi. Oba Sabi is his nickname, a first-class traditional ruler whose word hold weight like iron. Those men were supposed to be the final anchor of the ritual that would have permanently sealed the restoration of the Ooni of Ife's destiny born with Queen Naomi. But as fate would have it, they failed to appear at the crucial hour, and immediately after, strange calamities began to visit them, one after the other. Now, Oba Sabi was not just anyone. He was a respected monarch whose voice could silence an entire market square. He was also a father, his senior son, who is well known in Dubai as a real estate shark and a shopping magnate, okay? Shipping magnate, came back to Nigeria just days after his father, Oba Sabi, died under very mysterious circumstances. You see, this spy was not ordinary. It came with too many questions. A respected king, hale and hearty, suddenly slumped, and within hours was gone, even before doctors could properly diagnose what was wrong. Naturally, tongues began to wag, especially in Ile-Ife, where the spiritual energy is thicker than blood. People knew this was not ordinary, that it had root buried deep within the sacred depth of the royal grounds they failed to stand upon. This is what we are hearing. So this Dubai-based son arrived furious, grief written all over him and a heavy resolve weighing on his shoulder. Before he even stepped foot on the palace, and he had already begun private investigations. He wanted to know who or what led to his father's, disgrace before the Ooni of Ife and ultimately to his untimely by. That's when he began hearing strange whisper that pointed in one direction. Igbi, 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 Igbi. According to what they are saying, they say Igbi manipulated, the situation and, gave the father money not to show up or gave the father money to come for the ritual and use a different kind of incantation that would have ruined everything. And, but as God will have it, they were struck in the hotel where they were before they could come for the ritual. Apparently, if they had come for the ritual, that ritual would have failed and a lot would have happened because the ritual almost failed, if not for the fact that Ooni of Ife had Ile-Ife there who gave very clear directive on what they should do. So as it stands now, Ile-Ife is holding it bread. The Dubai man has returned to his father's palace, to oversee final burial rite. And they say that the burial was done in a way that nobody would want their father to be buried, that the man was not buried the way he's supposed to be buried. The man was sent somewhere very far because of the circumstances surrounding, his buying. So they said that the guy is somebody who's got a lot of boys, this man around town, always mixing up and all of that. He's been very upset about what he calls a great disappointment, that the father was not supposed to have gone that way and all of that. And then fingers all pointed at Igbi, that Igbi was the one who actually commissioned them to go to the ritual ground, to go there and disrupt that event. And that was what led to the father buying. So Igbi, who had, attended an event, was completely oblivious to how far things had escalated. In Ile-Ife, that said she appeared in an event. Okay, that event she was supposed to show, like the household of the king was supposed to show their appearance. Okay, even no matter what. So Igbi was the one who represented them. She decided to visit one of the elite stylists who lived just on the outskirts of the palace ground. But what traveled fast in a palace like Ile-Ife, the Dubai song got wind that Igbi was moving about freely, and she was in town as though nothing had happened, laughing and making jokes while his family was still trying to gather strength, after what happened. Without hesitation, this man mobilized. They said he didn't come alone. About 5, hefty young men accompanied him, all thick muzzle, faces hard, eyes set like men on mission. They drove like madmen to the area where Igbi was said to be. By the time Igbi stepped out of the hairdresser's compound, okay, still trying to adjust her bag and all of that, she met a boiling sea of aggression. This Dubai man didn't even care that she is royalty. He confronted her right there in the open street, his voice booming. Woman, you are the reason my father is by. You use your filthy money. You bribed him to his death. Igbi, the man was, it looks as if as they are trying to calm the man down, they said the man was running even more aggressive and all of that. And some men were trying to hold the man, and the bodyguards were trying to hold Igbi, move Igbi a little far further from the man and all of that. And by the time they succeeded, when other people were with the man, they started making Igbi run. Igbi was running and the bodyguard were going with her, running towards her car, and the man started coming after Igbi. They said that was when shoe caught, back failed, and all of that. And those boys were behind, running after, as in coming behind their oga. We don't know what would have happened. And thank God that the security men were there. Thank God that the bodyguard, the palace guards were there with Igbi. If not, these people probably would have lynched Igbi because that was their mission. Because this man, Oba Sabi's son, is very aggressive, and he was very, very unhappy with the things, all the circumstances for which the father passed. And this is where you expect people to take responsibility for their action, but most times they will not. I'm going to bring you more update. Do not forget that these are all alleged, rumored, unverified information making the rounds on social media and should not be seen as fact.